Most of us travel every day for different reasons, and we are accustomed to seeing grocery stores and restaurants sparsely located along the roads as common parts of our society. But have you ever thought about the challenges of running these businesses in a vastly red ocean? Being one of the most critical parts of the economy, 1 in 3 restaurants won't survive their first year. Grocery stores aren't in any better of a situation. In fact, the pandemic made the failure rate worse and yet provided some insight into the inherent causes of failure in these industries. Single-store locations often have little to no margin of around 3 to 5% and suffer from the low volume, which makes them disqualify for volume discounts. The lack of volume gains other larger chains and businesses a competitive advantage, and these smaller businesses often spend a huge part of their revenue on raw ingredients. The suppliers, on the other hand, have an issue. The average profit margin of manufacturers and distributors is typically 20%, but it has the potential to rise to 45% through a direct-to-customer business model. However, they avoid selling directly to customers for 2 main reasons. Geographic diversity. As a supplier, it can be challenging to keep up with the geographic diversity of the customer, as most manufacturers do not have developed transportation lines to accommodate the distance. Second, lack of scale. Selling directly to small and medium businesses would often result in a more complicated sales process and increased inventory costs while destabilizing what is otherwise a very predictable revenue model. Aggrova solves for both through a marketplace aggregation software solution. Aggrova is a marketplace solution to enable multi-sourcing opportunities. In essence, we aggregate orders from geographically closer businesses to generate higher volumes and effectively achieve cost discounting. We start off with the manufacturer or distributor letting the customer know of the supply. In doing so, they'd be required to place pricing thresholds based on the volume of the order. Next, they proceed to either choose from density or distribution aggregation. Density-based aggregation takes place to an individual business acting as a midpoint, and any business within a certain radius determined by the supplier will group together. We will be using centroid-based clustering algorithms to aggregate these stores. In the case of multiple groups that a single store is eligible to join, the business would auto-aggregate with the group with the largest order size. Distribution-based aggregation takes place through a local distributor or supplier as a midpoint, around which the distance from the midpoint determines the geographical group. To make this possible, we are using distribution-based clustering algorithms or Gaussian algorithms to determine the distance and then group businesses together. This method is optimal for perishable items such as dairy products. The process starts off with the restaurants filing in their orders. We use our geographic aggregation model and the pricing model to determine the price and the group of the order. Unlike existing solutions, Aggrova offers volume-based discounts to small and medium businesses while offering better scale to manufacturers or distributors targeting the direct-to-customer market. By doing so, it reduces inventory and ordering costs while also simplifying the sales process for manufacturers or distributors. On top of that, the solution offers similar to higher convenience compared to existing online solutions. By doing so, it reduces inventory and ordering costs while also simplifying the sales process for manufacturers or distributors. On top of that, the solution offers similar to higher convenience compared to existing online solutions. Addressing the ERRC grid for Blue Ocean, Aggrova eliminates overhead costs for manufacturers or distributors. We plan to generally raise the profit margins of both manufacturers or distributors by providing an entry pathway to DTC to approach higher margins. The solution is also expected to reduce cost per unit for small and medium businesses while helping manufacturers or distributors save on ordering and inventory costs. We also plan to simplify the sales process of any supplier venturing in DTC, but ultimately we plan to create direct-to-customer opportunities for manufacturers or distributors, therefore also creating aggregation opportunities for smaller restaurants and grocery stores. Our current market is going to be smaller independent restaurant or grocery stores. Our tier 1 market will be single store locations who achieve more than $1 million in sales. Second tier market would be franchisees who are probably already enrolled in some sort of an aggregation system by the franchisor. And our last tier will be other industries such as construction and retail, which could benefit from our aggregation methods. Choco and Pepper are existing online marketplace providers between food suppliers and restaurants or grocery stores looking to make food chain more convenient for both parties. Cisco is an established publicly listed company specializing in food distribution with over 1,750 facilities and 650,000 customers and generated over $60 billion in sales. Currently, Aggrova charges 1.75% per transaction, but this cost is expected to go down to 0.6% over the next 5 years as the business scales. We also project to acquire about 1,000 customers by the end of the year and estimate to acquire about 12,500 customers by 2027. Along the way, we plan to reduce our customer acquisition costs as our solution gains traction and taps into the networking effects of most growing marketplaces. We are currently working on a fully functional model and further plan to communicate with buy now, pay later services in the future to expand the features of our product by offering credit to our customers. We hope you join along on our journey to empower smaller businesses. Thank you.